Welcome. Welcome to this place in cyberspace, which we sometimes refer to as the virtual mission chapel of the Archangel Uriel, part of the Temple of Gaia. Whether this looks like something you've avoided or something you miss, we hope you will find what you're looking for while you're here. We are omni-denominational. We don't teach you our path. We help you find your own path. If you have a path, we hope we can add some dimension to it while you're here. And you're welcome to stay as long as you like. If you don't have a spiritual path, we can help you find yours. If you once did have a spiritual path, but you were driven away by issues, especially issues having to do with other people on that path, we hope that you can come here for the healing you need and the restoration you deserve. Above all, welcome. Merry meet and blessed be, and welcome to this special Mass for the Shutout in honor of Tempest Smith. I consecrate this circle of power to the ancient gods. Here may they manifest and bless their child. I consecrate this circle of power to the ancient gods. Here may they manifest and bless their child. This is a time that is not a time, in a place that is not a place, in a day that is not a day. We stand at the threshold between the worlds, before the veil of mystery. May the Ancient Ones help and protect us on our magical journey. I call upon you, powers of air, to witness this rite and to guard this circle. I call upon you, powers of fire, to witness this rite and to guard this circle. Call upon you, powers of water, to witness this rite and to guard this circle. I call upon you, powers of earth, to witness this rite and to guard this circle. Hamari noadri, helge het ook hadvert. Hamari austri, helge het ook hadvert. Hamari sudri, helge het ook hadvert. Hamari vestri, helge het ook hadvert. Hamarunt ufemer. Helge weet het ook hadvert. Hamar unter mir, helge weet het ook hadvert. Hamar. Helge weet het ook hadvert. Hoe mikaki meer als garder ak midgarder. This circle is bound with power all round. Within it I stand with protection at hand. in honor of Tempest Smith.
who died February 20th, 2001, by her own hand as a result of religious bullying. She was a Wiccan. And so some of us have a very clear understanding of what she went through. Religious bullying is not just Christians picking on Wiccans. It's also Christians picking on Muslims. It's Wiccans picking on other Wiccans. And it can be Christians picking on other Christians. Especially of late. I can't really say of late, because it's more than 20 years that I've been exiled. Self-imposed, yes. But of necessity. From a Christian denomination where I once wanted to serve as a priest. Nothing I wanted more than that. And funny, they would have had my obedience. Enough about me. Let's talk about Tempest. As a matter of fact, let's get back to the order of service, which says I'm supposed to offer you some kind of a reading. And as a matter of fact, I've got a couple of them for you. First, Matthew 12, verse 31 through 33. One of those that some Christians don't seem to understand how to apply. Wherefore I say to you, all manner of sin and blasphemy shall be forgiven unto men, but the blasphemy against the Holy Ghost shall not be forgiven unto men. And whosoever speaketh a word against the Son of Man, it shall be forgiven him. But whosoever speaketh against the Holy Ghost, it shall not be forgiven him, neither in this world, neither in the world to come. Either make the tree good and his fruit good, or else make the tree corrupt and his fruit corrupt, for the tree is known by his fruit. That's one of them. And now, you know, everybody talks about John 3:16. Well, what about John 10:16? And other sheep I have, which are not of this fold. Them also must I bring, and they shall hear my voice. And there shall be one fold and one shepherd. A couple of rather powerful readings there. And I know what I've read about unity from some very smart people whose names and affiliations might surprise you. And the very kind words that I've gotten from a few people that you would not believe. Mostly because they get the point here. Speaking of points, most of us when we were children got to play with dot-to-dots, where you would connect dot 1 with dot 2, with dot 3, with dot 4, until you finally finished a drawing that you could color in. For a 3 or a 4 or a 5-year-old, that was a lot of fun. Well, let's connect the dots here. The Holy Ghost is what he talked about. What would we understand the Holy Ghost to be? Well, I remember Reverend Oda at the Denver Buddhist Temple once told me, there's a Buddha in each of us. Is that how they see the Holy Ghost? I've heard people say, among us Wiccans, there's a spark of the divine within each of us. Is that what we would call the Holy Ghost? Or what the Holy Ghost is known as to us? Or any number of other possible descriptions. And he didn't say how many other folds there were, did he? He didn't say how many other sheep there were, did he? And he didn't say who those sheep were. Now, well, I don't particularly like the analogy of shepherds that much, mostly because I hope you do a lot more thinking than a sheep does and have a lot more original thinking than a sheep has. Nevertheless, there were lots of shepherds where he lived. Lots of people were shepherds. That was a pretty regular industry. So, and he's talking in terms of something that the people there know and understand. I'm sure if he were in Japan, he would talk about something else. He would use some other kind of analogy, probably. Or India. Or in Celtic Britain. Maybe he did. I don't know. And I don't dare say whether he did or didn't. But how can we say that we are not of one of those other sheepfolds? How can we say that somebody else is not of one of those other sheepfolds? When I was forced into exile, did I find another sheepfold, one of the other ones? I like to think that I did. As a matter of fact, it feels like it. I'm also known to say that one of the things that helped me when I was Tempest age and later on as an adult was the ability to have a plan and envision the plan and carry out that plan. And it helped. Oh, did it help? Oh, it made all the difference in the world. The vision in my mind that I'd get a military commission and one day somebody who bullied me in school would come across me as his commanding officer. And by golly, that happened. I didn't have to do anything. I didn't have to do anything about it. No. It was enough that he knew that I was there. And it was me. And later, I knew that there were other paths. I just had to find one that worked. and that would welcome me. In the meantime, what do we do about people like Tempest? Well, as a matter of fact, I wrote to the superintendent of schools where I graduated from high school. And I asked her, I wrote her a very nice letter. Only one boo-boo I made in there was I mentioned that I think he was actually the chairman of the school board. I thought he was superintendent. But I do know his daughter wound up later on teaching in that school district. And I asked some questions about what is being done in my old school district about bullying. I never got a reply. I did look up on the website, and I found where they had their policies. Now, having a policy and acting on it is two different things. And I'll take you back in time to that school district, and I'll give you an example. I can tell you that in 1964, even back then, any student who used the infamous N-word was in big trouble. Promise. Absolute. However, 1964, Barry Goldwater was the Republican candidate for president that year. Somebody made a wisecrack in a U.S. history class about Goldwater being a Jew. Not only did all of the other kids except me laugh about that, I wasn't going to. I had too many Jewish friends in Minneapolis, where I spent my first 10 years. Most of my friends were Jewish. So I was angry and wanted to know what the heck was wrong with being a Jew. But the other thing that I wanted to know what was wrong with, and I never got an answer, was, why did the teacher join in on the joking about Senator Barry Goldwater having a Jewish ancestry? So yeah, you couldn't even whisper the N-word, but go ahead and make wisecracks about somebody being Jewish. That's okay. Bullying is bullying. And quite simply, we can't stand for it. And we can't stand for anybody to stand for it. And so I think it's about time. And on the 10th anniversary of Tempest Smith's death, would be a good time to start asking questions about what's being done. Yes, she did die by her own hand. And yeah, there are those who are going to put themselves up on their pedestals and pontificate about that. So what? I remember being 12. You tell me that at age 12 that something was going to happen next week. That was just as good as saying it was going to happen the next century. A day was about as long a time as a kid that age can deal with. Saying is that time is like toilet paper. The closer you get to the end of the roll, the faster it goes off of the roll. And on the other hand, yeah, at the start of the roll, it rolls real slow. So there's some thoughts for you. I'm not interested in getting even. I'm not as much interested in bringing the guilty to justice, although it would be nice. But what I am interested in is that the bullying stop, the victims be healed, and so mote it be. Since the dawn of time, people have sought communion with the divine, and the divine has sought to facilitate that communion. Toward that end, the divine has acquired many facets and facets, so that over the generations, people would be able to envision and commune with the divine in terms which they could understand. Now, as we come to know better the ways of our ancestors and the ways of others, we strive to see the unity behind the innumerable faces and facets of the divine. Like a diamond, the divine has facets, each facing a particular direction and having its own characteristics. But each facet is connected to each other facet by the rest of the diamond, such that no facet can claim to be the entire diamond. And that diamond is the divine, that most high God, whose first priest known to us by name was Melchizedek. I stand here before the most high God as a mortal among mortals, and I am a priest because the divine called me to be a priest, and I hold myself accountable to the divine for my deeds as a priest. And I stand with the priests and priestesses who have come before me in proclaiming faith in the divine. I believe in the unnamed God, the bornless one, from whom all else, divine and mundane, was created. And in the many facets of the Godhead, named and without name, seen as gods, goddesses, or otherwise, which reach out to receive each person within mankind in communion, each according to his or her perception and understanding of the divine. And I believe in the archangels Raphael, Gabriel, Michael, and Ariel, and other angels known and unknown. And I believe in one earth, the mother of us all, in one womb, wherein all men and women are begotten, and wherein they shall rest. And I believe in many paths to the divine, all leading to the divine. And I believe in gathering of people of like mind, and the power and energy they raise when gathered for like purpose. And I believe in the communion of saints, and for as much as food and drink are transmuted to us daily into spiritual substance, I believe in the miracle of the Mass. And I confess one baptism of wisdom whereby we accomplish the miracle of incarnation. And I confess my life, one individual and eternal, which was and is to come, so mote it be. And so we proclaim the great mystery of the divine. A God is born. A God lives. A God has died. A God is born again. A God will live again. Our Father Odin, Lady Freya, El Shaddai, Mar Yeshua, please join me and the rest of us here and in cyberspace and all over the world, in welcoming Tempest Smith. Tempest Smith, merry meet and blessed be, as we know you are, Sticks and stones might break people's bones, but wounds like that can heal. The wounds which come from words sometimes never heal, and some people refuse to learn. Though that includes those who should have been your friends, and whose apologies came too late to help you in this life. That also includes those who knew what was happening, did not bother to help, but expressed regret at your passing. You've met the goddess, and she has given you a chalice full of comfort. If you've met Yeshua, I'm sure that you have found that he is not at all like the one that certain people claim to be serving. And he might have something to say to some people about what was done in his name. May your life be a lesson to many, that such heartbreak never happens again. So mote it be. Father Odin, Lady Freya, El Shaddai, Mar Yeshua, Lord Carnunos, Lady Caradun, Mighty Thor, Lady Frigga, Lady Sif, Lord Forseti, Lady Hecate, Raphael, Michael, Gabriel, Uriel. I invite you and welcome you to this temple, to this circle, to this rite. I welcome you, and as a token of that welcome, I break bread with you. I welcome you in reverence and respect, but also in friendship. And you as well, Tempest. I welcome you in friendship. And as a token of that friendship, and to bind that friendship, I offer drink. Behold the feast with which we welcome the divine. Take of the bread and of the cup, and feast and celebrate as the divine within welcomes the divine without. Tempest Smith. It is very likely that none of us here ever knew you. I certainly didn't. I'd heard of the school district that you were in because of another discrimination case, but I did not know about you. I did not know you. I did not know about you. But I think I can speak for most of us in saying that there aren't very many of us who are going to ever forget you. Let your life be a lesson to us all. We bless you. We bless you, young lady. And we thank you for coming and joining us. And so mote it be. El Shaddai, Maria Yeshua. I know you're looking after her. Oh, Father Odin, mighty Thor, whatever you can do, be a favor to me as well. Likewise, Lord Cornelius, who once taught me to dance, who once reminded me how to dance. I thank you. I thank you. So mote it be. Go forth in peace, O powers of air, my thanks and my blessings. Go forth in peace, O powers of fire, my thanks and my blessings. Go forth in peace, powers of water, my thanks and my blessings. Go forth in peace, O powers of earth, my thanks and my blessings. To all beings and powers of the visible and invisible, depart in peace. May there always be love, peace, and harmony between us, my thanks and my blessings. The circle is open, yet ever it remains a circle. Around and through me always flows its magical power. So mote it be.
Uriel's Gifts and The Secrets in Plain Sight are sponsored by the Temple of Gaia. Your spiritual journey is exactly that, a journey. Like any other journey, there's a beginning point, there's a destination, and there's every step from the start to the finish. Religion is like underwear. What works well for me might be inappropriate for someone else, including you. I can guarantee you that no matter how similar our paths are, they will not be identical. At Temple of Gaia, we don't train you to our path. We show you how to find and pursue your own path. We also help you prepare for your ministry. Prepare, yes, no matter how far along you are, there will always be something coming to prepare for. Ministry, we all have a ministry, beginning with our own ministry to ourselves. Above all, we provide a great place to come together and to share. We're located in Collingdale, Pennsylvania, just outside of Philadelphia, and wherever cyberspace can be reached. Temple of Gaia is a Wiccan church incorporated under the laws of the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania. To learn more, visit our website at templeofgaiainc.org. That's TempleofGaiainc.org. We also have a meeting place in cyberspace at templeofgaia.ning.com. If you like this, you might also enjoy our weekly audio podcast, The Secrets in Plain Sight, available through iTunes or almost any place else where free podcasts are available for download, including its own website at secrets.libsyn.com. Thank you for coming. I hope that you've found something here that can help, perhaps a seed that might take hold and grow to your benefit. Feel free to return at any time. We intend to always have something for you here. Blessed be. This has been a presentation of the Wise Ones Net. Merry part and blessed be.